have a guest in studio with you, and could you tell me what she's here about?
Well, it is time for Leaders of Now, and you know Leaders of Now is one of my favorite segments, Gary, where we actually hear from the younger people. You know, it's not only the same old people coming on and talking about the same old thing, giving the same old perspective. We're actually getting a different perspective. We're hearing from the youth, and you know, that saying we always use, you know, the youth are the future leaders. But we're really leading now, right?
Yeah, we're really leading now.
And Tenille is smiling with me because she knows that what I'm saying is the truth. So thank you very much,
She's
Carrie.
a prime example.
Exactly, exactly. So my guest is Tenille Clarke. She is from Chambers Media Solutions. She's a managing director. She's a publicist. What else? What else is Tenille?
Tenille is primarily a publicist, the managing director and publicist of Chambers Media Solutions. We are a full-service public relations company offering services across the media and entertainment sectors. Have a particular affinity to the creative sectors, which would include fashion, film, and music.
And fashion, I can see.
Thank you.
So I want to get to know a little bit about you and what you have accomplished.
Well, I'm 34 years old. I grew up actually in East Dry River, Port of Spain. I attended Bishop Anstey High School. And after I completed my A-levels, I moved to Toronto. I'm also a Canadian citizen as well as a Trimbagonian. Nice. So I went to York University, completed my BA in the humanities, and I feel like my bachelor's degree in the humanities offered me the opportunity to learn a wide range of things. So it was not just about one particular area, it was about the social sciences. My specialization is in social sciences, but most importantly to me, it afforded me the opportunity to really fine-tune my writing skills. Writing forms the basis of any publicist or public relations work.
So what work have you done? I think you worked with Voice, is it?
Yes, I've worked with Voice, I've worked with Blacks, I've worked with Fashion TT, I've worked with the All-Stars, formerly known as Roy Cape All-Stars. I've worked with international organizations as well, such as the Pan American Games in 2015. I have also worked with the Inter-American Development Bank.
And we have some pictures up. Tell me what we're seeing here.
Oh, this is with Ambassador Penelope Beckles. That's with Chronics. I worked with the One Heart Caribbean concert last year as their official publicist. This is an initiative that I undertook at St. George's College called Music Chambers. That's Ricardo Drew. And what Music Chambers did was it offered students an opportunity as musicians to back their favorite soca artists. So we were able to have Ricardo Drew, Lyrical, and next year, well, we will have many more artists involved in that
So we
project.
can expect a lot from Tenille?
Yes, definitely.
What can we expect?
Well, what can we expect? I'm going to be announcing this on television now. At the end of this month, we're actually going to be bringing Hector Lewis. And for those who are familiar with the music community, Hector Lewis is a percussionist from Jamaica that plays with Chronics and Zinc Fence Redemption. He's going to be conducting a masterclass series with teenagers and young adults, teaching them the basics of percussion sound, including Nyabingi, ska, and things of that nature. And we're hopefully going to be partnering with key public and private sector organizations.
Are you going to tell me when? When this month?
We're looking at October 31st as the first one. We will also be having a segment in Tobago as well.
So that is something for people to look forward
yes,
to. And how can people get in contact to get information as it relates to that?
You can visit our website at www.chambersmediasolutions.com. You can also contact us at 484-8031, and the email is contact@chambersmediasolutions.com.
So that is something for people to look forward to.
Yes,
now you're also a member of the Public Relations Association of Trinidad and Tobago, and also the Powerful Ladies of Trinidad and Tobago. What is that like?
It's amazing because as a publicist, the work, even though it's public work, it can get very isolated at times because I travel a lot. It's non-stop work. You never sleep. If I could get 28 hours in the day, I possibly would afford myself that opportunity. However, you feel very, very supportive. And I really, really have to thank people like Nicole Duke Westfield, who's the president of Pratt, Marsha Caballero, and other persons who have really supported the young upcoming entrepreneurs as well.
So I am really listening to you and admiring some of the things that you have done, and I also understand you're doing volunteer work as well.
Yes, I do
so
volunteer
tell me about the
work.
volunteer work that you've been doing.
I mean, that for me is probably one of the most important aspects of my work. Just last week, I had the opportunity to speak at the Arthur Locke Jack Global School of Business to 150 young students about the art of dreaming big and dreaming in a digital era. That was for the Girls in Leadership Conference. I was also the keynote speaker for St. George's College's graduating class of 2018 this year. And those are the kinds of opportunities that I, as a professional, really look forward to, because it affords me the opportunity to present knowledge transfer that they can relate to. We are so bombarded with all sorts of messages on a daily basis, and you really want to be able to drive home to the generation next, or the generation Z in this case, how important it is to stay connected and to stay together and to support each other.
Yeah, you mentioned generation Z in this case, and I thought about the youth. And are you satisfied with where the youth are going? I'm
definitely satisfied. From the work that I have seen with St. George's, as well as the work that I've been able to do throughout or through other organizations, I really do think that they're beginning to understand that we live in a different communications era from past generations. And I really do think that they're starting to grasp the concept of accountability and responsibility as it relates to that.
So the future
but also
is
being
bright?
themselves. Future is definite. It's brilliant.
And I see Lisa is coming across because I'm sure she wants to get involved in this wonderful discussion.
You know, when you see strong, powerful young women like this, I can't help but get excited. So glad to have you on the program.
I'm so happy you invited me. Thank you so much.
I want to find out where you get your inspiration from and to keep so positive, you know, as such a young person.
Well, I think, again, that's the importance of me being able to do the volunteer work. My dad has definitely supported everything that I have done. Again, people like members of Pratt and Plot have also really been supportive, and just generally being surrounded by persons that understand that it's not an easy road. It's not all a bed of roses, but when you work together, it's a lot better.
You started to give some tips there, but I want you to give us a little tip. I know that there are young people looking on and saying, I want to be just like her. I mean, how can I be a leader of now? What would you say to them?
I would say that there are 3 core things that I hold on to that I would want everybody else around me to hold on to, and that's integrity, quality, and longevity. Because once you have those 3 things, it's almost as if you have a buffer for any other eventuality that can come your way.
Nice.
Fantastic. And I agree. I am a young person too, and I'm excited. You know, every time we have people come on here to talk about their journey and their stories and share what they do, I get so excited because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, you know, I could be just like or even better than this person.
Yeah,
you can be better than yourself.
Exactly.
And that's, for me, that's the key. I want to be the best version of myself, and a part of that experience is allowing people around me to be the best version of themselves too.
Yes.
In the public relations arena, I don't feel as if there's haughty competition. It's all about everybody servicing for the better.
Collaboration as well.
It's collaboration.
Tenille, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming.
so much.
Rishi?
I really did enjoy chatting with her, all of the work that she's doing. And actually, I like public relations. It's one of the couple of, I did
well,
PR
you have the
for
fashion. You have the fashion first and everything.
I can get myself involved with the public relations.
That's right.
Definitely. Definitely.
Look out for Rishi.
Look out for Rishi. Hashtag Rishi in the mix. Thank you so much, Tenille. Rishi, you know, we have so much more to come.
Yeah, we do have a lot. We're actually going to Tobago to talk about budget.